Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge.
Hey, howdy, hey.
The next episode in our Jeannie Applebottom series.
I don't know what the title is. Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, well, I started labeling them Tales of Adventure.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I did. But this is the next episode in Nbod's room.
Oh, okay. Nbod's room.
Yep.
If I recall, I had just gotten, snuggled down in this nice, comfortable 4-poster bed. Squee had gotten cozied up in his little tub, copper tub with his nesting materials. And then ghosts appeared.
Yeah, I think we'll just dive right in.
I'm game. Let's go.
Let's do it. So yeah, you were sleeping, and I don't know if you would come to it with a start or stir slowly, but you have that sensation that something has basically got on the bed next to you.
Ah.
I don't know what your immediate response to that would be, but that is how you slowly wake up.
Well, so does the fact that I have alertness impact that or no?
Well,
no, because that would be light sleeper.
That would be light sleeper.
Okay,
yeah.
So.
I mean, presumably, if you were being ambushed, you would need to make some perception checks, and then if you had light sleeper, you would gain an edge on that. But you have the sensation that you are meant to be awakened. Perhaps as you start coming to, it's this odd little pressure on your back.
Oh, like it's touching me? It's not just in bed with me, it's touching me?
Yeah, something is touching you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna scooch away. Just scooch away from it.
Scooch away. Don't even turn to face it.
Nope, I'm not acknowledging it
kind of
right
like
now.
laying there in the little fetal position, and you're like, we just moved it to the side of the bed.
Just scooch over. What happens?
You feel. What does Jeannie wear to bed? Do you have like some silk jammies or?
No, silk jammies. No, I'm really lazy, and I probably just like took off the hard parts of my clothing.
The hard parts. Okay.
Like the belt, the boots.
Okay, so then you just feel a little gentle tap again on your back.
Okay, so then
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, perception. Okay, that's great. That is a 22.
Perfect. You are also now aware that there is somebody else in the room besides whatever's in bed with you. You hear some light rustling over by the desk.
Okay. So which way am I facing in the bed?
Okay. For the sake of this, you're facing like the door to the room.
Okay.
And then the desk is on the door, next to the door to the balcony.
Okay. So my back is to the desk.
And do you open your eyes?
I was getting there.
Sorry.
I needed to know my orientation first.
Okay.
Like, you may control the situation, but I control my actions.
Well, right. I was going to give you more information.
All right. Well, just slow your roll there, my friend. Okay. So I am facing the door to the room. My back is to the desk. I know, or I perceive that there is something in bed with me tapping on my back. I am going to open an eye, and do I see anything?
There is a faint bluish glow. It's not fully illuminating the room, but it is emanating in the room. It is faint. And that seems to be coming like towards the foot of the bed, maybe the wardrobe. So instead of pitch dark, there is this glow. And then you hear like one of the drawers of the desk open up and some rustling in there.
Okay. Well, then I am going to slowly and as quietly as I can roll over.
Okay. You roll. You know what? Give me a stealth check.
That is a 20.
Perfect. You slowly roll over in the bed. And there, in the bluish gloom, is a small child.
Okay, that's what I was actually hoping for. I was like really, really, really hoping.
She's sitting there. She's got her little candy in her mouth. And then again, she puts her finger to her mouth and gives you the shush sound. And then kind of points back towards the wall.
Okay. Then I look beyond her, and what do I see?
Okay, you see beyond her a figure. From the back, you can see he's like a tall, like broad-shouldered individual with a wide-brimmed, what you presume was a captain's hat. You can just make it out like from the moonlight coming in through the window, and like a big, almost over embellished like captain's top, like jacket. And in his left hand, he's holding what looks like a stick, and he's like pointing it around the desk. And you can hear like a low grumble as he's kind of shuts the door carefully, and he's starting to pan around. Towards the foot of the bed, you see that the wardrobe is open. However, inside the wardrobe is a blue shimmering wall that you can almost see through, but maybe not quite. It looks like there might be something beyond it, space.
So the figure in the captain's hat does not appear ghostly.
It does not.
Okay. I am going to roll back quietly over and grab my rapier.
Okay. It is reasonable for me to assume you've hung it, or maybe on the bedpost or somewhere nearby. Yeah, probably close at hand.
Like, I don't hang it. I have it like right there next to me.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll stealth again?
Yeah, go ahead.
22.
Okay. I mean, it's still sheathed, but you grab the rapier, feeling comforted as you quietly kind of shift over. Judith is just like sitting there looking at you. And you see the figure holding this stick now, which you can see is also slightly glowing, kind of a little white glow from the tip. Slowly like panning the room, and then pointing it in your direction and kind of like looking puzzled. You realize in that moment that he probably still hasn't noticed you because you're not particularly huge and you're being very quiet and the bed's kind of ruffled. But his eyes are getting adjusted and he's like staring and you're not really moving yet.
Okay.
And he takes a step towards the bed, and as he does, now he's like basically right next to you. I can just imagine you're just like trying your best to flatten yourself, maybe.
Well, I'm waiting patiently until he's within reach.
Okay. Yeah, he would be within reach. And where so we didn't really talk about where your stuff is. I assume you've got a pack and your bags and stuff, and maybe they're there by the nightstand.
Yes.
Okay. So he's pointing this stick, which you're pretty sure is a wand, and it's.
Oh no, I know exactly. This is Zune, and he's come back looking for the dagger.
Yeah.
Like, I got it.
Okay.
And it's the same. I'm assuming it's some kind of detect magic wand that he's casting about that he was on the ship with.
Okay. So he's homing in
Mm-hmm. And he's picked up on where I have the dagger in my bag.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
Okay.
I'm all there.
Great. So he looks like he's about to move to go around the bed, but he stops and he kind of looks and he freezes and then he's like, oh. And you realize in that moment that he realizes he's not alone in the room.
Okay. Well, in that moment that he freezes, I'm going to leap up and say, drop it, Zune! And I'm hoping that I'm loud enough that Squee hears me and wakes.
Oh, awakening the ally. Okay, let's roll initiative.
Bad roll. You tell me first.
Tell you what I got. Well, I rolled an 18 on the die.
I got 10 total.
Okay, so you kind of shout out, and he says, "Well, now what have we here?" And he's still holding the wand, but in his other hand, he reaches down, and you see him pull out, like very quickly, a long blade himself. So he slips it out of the sheath, and he is going to basically stab at you. All right. Well, this is going to be exciting.
No, it's not. It's bad.
Our first actual one-on-one combat. So yeah, he lunges at you. Actually,
do I have high ground? Is that a thing?
You don't have high ground.
I'm on the bed.
Yeah, but laying there, you're still.
No, I said I jumped up.
Okay, you jumped up. No, you don't have high ground on him. All right, so he slashes at you, and what is your DB?
Sorry, I gotta find 20.
20. Okay, he just misses.
Oh, thank goodness.
So as the blankets are kind of going all aside, he slashes through the blanket, and now the two of you are kind of facing each other in this gloom, and you get a look at his face briefly under this giant captain's hat, and you can see he's actually, well, there's a big beard, but you immediately can recognize it's a big, ridiculous fake beard. So he's also in costume. But yeah, you can see a weathered face and these cruel eyes kind of glinting in the magic light. And he kind of goes into a defensive position. What do you do?
Okay, I'm going to continue yelling loudly.
Okay.
And say, Zune, you're no captain. Really hoping Squee wakes up, but I don't want him to know that Squee's there.
Right.
And then I'm gonna attack him. Oh, that's cocked. Let me try again. All right. So that is.
He's going to parry you.
Okay. Okay. So, I think that's a 16.
Okay. You hear steel and steel as he blocks your first attack.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna prepare to parry as well. So I'm not gonna do a second attack. Is that right?
So.
Okay, help me out here.
I can. Yeah. So basically, you know that mechanically everybody gets two actions, right? So you can do a variety of things with them. You can attack and you can parry. Those are some of the two fundamental things. You can make two attacks. If you're skilled enough with one action, you can parry multiple attacks. I believe you are not quite skilled enough. So he attacked and then he went defensive. So you know he was readying to parry. So you have, because you didn't parry his first attack. You could have. I guess I should have clarified that because he attacked you. He had initiative. You could have parried with your first action, but you did not. So you have two actions to do. So you got quick draw. Out comes the rapier. You slash at him. He parries. You still have an action, and he can't. So he doesn't have another action to attack you this round.
Oh, okay. So I might as well go ahead and attack again.
Right, or unless there was something else you wanted to do.
No.
Okay, so you can attack him again.
Okay, then I will try and attack again. I miss.
Okay. Great. Then roll initiative.
16.
You have initiative on him.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm surprised.
All right. What do you want to do?
I'm going to yell again. What do you think you're doing here, Zune? And then I will attack. Ooh, that's good. That's an 18.
Okay, great. So he parries again. However, your blade slips past his guard ever so slightly, and you hit. So roll thy damage.
5. That's minimum. I rolled minimum. Yay me.
Yeah, that's still a lot of damage. So you slash him across the chest. You realize, you see he is wearing a leather coat, but you draw some blood. So first blood, Jeannie. Are you gonna parry, or are you going to?
No, I'm gonna. Yes. Sorry. Yes, I'm gonna parry.
Okay, so he will then attempt to retaliate. He can't really press you because you're on the bed. There's not a lot of maneuverability here. So yeah, he's just going to attack you back. Oh, 2 on the die. So he slashes at your legs and you just do a quick hop over them, easily dodging. And what he doesn't realize is that a clever goblin did in fact hear your shouts.
Oh, good.
And has slowly, climbed out of the tub and crept around behind. And he's going to see if he can sneak. He was trying to be sneaky. You realize a couple things in the moment that Squee is actually very quiet as he slips out of the bathroom, and he's produced a very simple looking dagger.
Well, he attacked me with one earlier, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And he is going to get a flank attack, a flank and surprise on Zune. So he's getting a +1 edge for flank and +1 edge for surprise, as he doesn't even shout. He just lunges forward with his little dagger. So that's going to be, that is absolutely a hit. So he does not do a ton of damage. Actually, what I should have had him do is do a target. That would have made more sense, because then he could have targeted his leg or something. But he's rusty, so all right. That's going to be 2 damage. So he unfortunately slashes, catches the bottom of Zune's coat, and does not do any damage. But he will attack again, having lost surprise, but he still has flank. And realizing he's facing an armored foe, he will attempt to stab Zune in the leg. So he will lose an edge for targeting, so he's just making a straight roll. Oh, and that's a 19 on the die. That is going to be a hit. So the beauty of that is now he jabs his blade into Zune's unarmored right leg and does 3 points of damage.
Nice.
And you hear Zune oh! And now we could all roll initiative again.
That is a 23.
Okay, you got it. So now you have an armed ally in the back. I mean, Squeeze is just wearing his simple. Well, you're not even wearing your armor at the moment.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I went to sleep.
Yep.
So, don't care for that. I'll say, drop your sword, and then I'll attack. That's a 17.
He's going to parry again, so he blocks your first attack.
Okay, well,
so you got slashing blades.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Just staying aggressive. Be aggressive.
16.
Okay, so he parries both of your attacks. He's not in a position to parry Squee until he can move. And unfortunately, Squee's going to get to go first. So So he blocks both your attacks, but then it is Squee's turn. Squee's going to take advantage of the positioning here, so Zune can't spin and face. So Squee's going to slip over behind and get a complete rear attack now before the Dread Captain can do anything. So a rear attack is +2 edge also. And Squee's going to continue to target. So since he's got +2 edge, he will target another leg again and see if he can wound him on the leg. So he...
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I just rolled 2 20s.
That's amazing.
Oh, I feel like I need to take a picture of that.
Way to go, Squee.
Oh my gosh. That is fantastic. Okay. I'm like, sorry. I'm actually so stunned. It's just so much fun. Okay. Well, he did roll a 20. So that is a critical hit. First things first, it's max damage. He has a D4. And because it's over, we just have to see how much over. And therefore, this is where I did a slight other roll change. We haven't got to that.
Okay.
For every 5 points over, since he's using a small weapon, he gets an extra point of damage. So he is, sorry, I gotta get my Squeeze stats here. Squeeze total attack is only a 23. But that is 7 over. So he actually gets 2 extra points of damage.
Okay.
So
nice.
he's going to do 6 damage to Zune.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's pretty good. And that's actually perfect because Zune's toughness is 6. So he actually wounds him and gives him a point of bleeding.
All right.
Yeah. So Squee basically stabs him right into the back of the leg, digging deep into it, maybe cutting a tendon or something, and then rips his blade free and like blood just sprays out.
And you do not want to know where that blade has been.
You don't, because it is not clean. So that, wow, that is brutal. Okay, then it is Zune's turn. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Okay, it is his turn. And so he's wounded. He is slowed. He loses a point of movement because of his leg injury, and he's going to try to get out of here. Actually, he is going to I don't know who you are, but you'll pay for this. And he's going to try to stagger away, and he will just stumble away. Now, both of you, well, that was Squee's first attack. So he doesn't properly disengage with Squee because Squee was still stabbing him from the back. And Zune is just stumbling away. So Squee will actually use his last action as a reaction to lunge forward and attack as he's going away. And because actually it was still a rear attack, he still has, my gosh. Yeah, this is bad for Zune. You don't want to be attacked in the back. He manages to hit him one more time, albeit just barely, for only 2 points of damage, which, oh dear. Oh, Zune. This is not great. Zune staggers forward and falls. Oh my gosh. What dumb luck. Okay. And collapses next to the wardrobe.
Yay!
Wow. Squee looks at you expectantly, and he will step over next to the body.
Yeah, I hop down, and is he alive? I'm not. So, Jeannie is not good at this part of things.
Well, you see, he fell face first on the ground, and beneath his long coat, you can, because he was wearing simple breeches, you see like a rapidly growing red stain. So like Squee opened up a bleeder on his leg.
Okay.
So you would presume he is still alive, but based on how much he's bleeding, and it's very going to quickly get all over that rug, he's going to probably not be alive.
Okay, so I will say, Squee, take his weapons and that wand thing, and then I will do my best to try and like put pressure on the wound and wrap it up.
Oh, nice. You're going to try to stop the bleeding.
Yes.
Okay, Squee will begin disarming Zune, and then you are going to make a...
Like I said, this is not... Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, you don't have medicine skill, do you?
I do not. Not even a little bit.
Okay, but you know what? It's okay. You can still try, and that's the fun part. So you tell me what you want to do. Like expose the wound, or you just like try to just put pressure on it?
Yeah, I'm not going to expose the wound. I'm just going to like try and put pressure on it. Yes.
Okay. So because you have no skill, you are at -1 hedge to your medicine check.
Okay. That's an 8 and a 12. So, but do I get to still add the 4?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 12.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah. All right. So to stop a bleeding wound is DC 10 +2 per point of bleeding. So he's only bleeding 1 per round. So it's a DC 12, and you got a what?
I got a 12. I got a 12.
Okay. So you rapidly, I don't know if you grab a towel out of the cupboard there, and
no, I use his coat.
You use his coat
because
and
this
you
is his
sit
problem.
there and you apply strong pressure. So yeah, you'll have to continue holding it to stabilize the bleeding, and it's going to take at least a minute before you can like stabilize it, and then you can probably attempt to treat it because once it starts clotting, he can't really move. You'll have to like stitch him up, which I doubt you have any sort of first aid kit on you.
Nope, I do not.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Squee has removed his stuff, and then you hear a not so quiet knock on the door, and you hear Mola on the other side saying, "Madam Jeannie, are you okay in there?"
No. And then I'll tell Squee, close the dresser, and then go hide in the bathroom with his stuff that you took.
All right. He nods to you, closes the wardrobe, and quickly scurries back into the bathroom. Did you need some help?
Can I trust you?
You can hear the little wheels turning. Well, of course.
No, like seriously trust you.
Yes.
Okay, come in quickly.
All right. She tries the door. You're kind of right next to the door holding pressure, but...
oh, she doesn't have a key?
Well, she does. And then you hear her fiddling with keys, and she unlocks the door and looks at you leaning over this strange captain. Oh dear. What's going on?
I woke up in the middle of the night and this man was in here rifling through things. So I stabbed him and then he started bleeding out.
What do you want me to do?
Do you know how to sew up a wound?
Of course I do.
Oh, good. Yeah, so we need to like clean and sew up this wound. I do not know how to do this. And then I need to question him, and because I think he might be at the bottom of like what's causing a lot of the problems in this room with the quote unquote ghosts.
All right, let me go grab a sewing kit. I'll be right back. And then she closes the door and runs off quickly while you continue to administer your first aid on him.
Is he like coming around or anything?
No.
Oh, good.
Well, actually, no, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
So actually, I should have rolled because he's downed. That was actually a failure on my part. But I will assume he failed his check. So when you go negative, you've got 2 points. You've got your first degree of negative, which is basically your 0 to your negative toughness. You're just downed, and you have to make a discipline check to stay conscious. And then if you go past your toughness, then you officially start dying. So he was only in the downed, but it's fine. All right. So, maybe 2 minutes later, she comes running back and slips inside. She's got a little kit with her.
Okay. Well, I will show her where the wound is.
All right. She basically uses the water bowl next to you and grabs some water and quickly cleans the wound, disinfects it, and proceeds to stitch him up. Pretty deftly.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
He's not going to be able to walk on that for a while. I can easily tear it open. We should go tell Torm, yes?
No, not yet. Because once we tell Torm, he'll want to get the authorities involved, and then I won't be able to figure out what is actually going on here and if there's anyone else involved. We have to get the whole mystery solved before we get others involved.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Oh, well, that was easy.
She likes you.
Oh, good. I mean, I will also tip her again.
Yeah.
You did great work, by the way. That is beautiful stitching. I'm glad I didn't have to try and do that myself.
What do you want me to do?
How bad is the rug?
It's not too bad. Well, maybe a little bit, but he only bled on it for a couple rounds, so.
I mean, at some point we're going to need to clean this rug too, because I do not want to be liable for the damages.
I will see I'll see what I can do.
Okay. How heavy is this guy?
I mean, he's pretty stocky. He's probably, but he's tall, broad, but also kind of lean. So maybe around 200 pounds, 215.
Oh, can I drag him?
Yeah, you could drag him.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, no, I don't want her to see Squee. So, okay. Just keep this quiet for now. I think that'll be good.
Do you want me to leave you alone with him?
Oh, yeah, I got this.
She looks around nervously. I'll try to stay close.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
All right. She just kind of looks a little awkward and then will let herself back out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to tie him up.
All right, great. We'll do a skill check for that. So you can do a variety of things to tie him up. You can just make a check using your combat skill, or if you have rope crafts, or if you had survival, you could use those, which I don't think you have any of that stuff. So.
Nope, I don't. Anything else? Okay. Squee!
What?
Did you learn any knot type stuff on the ship?
Oh, yes, of course.
Is he serious or is he just
He's enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic. Okay, do you think you could tie this terrible, terrible man here securely enough that he wouldn't be able to escape?
Squee is very good tying people up.
All right. Well, okay, we're going to drag him into the bathroom, okay?
All right. He will help you do that.
Yeah, okay. Good. So we're going to drag him into the bathroom. And unfortunately, Squee, we're going to have to relocate you.
So you're going to put him in the tub?
We're going to put him in the tub.
Okay. All right. That takes a bit of effort, but the two of you manage to get him in there.
Okay.
He bangs his head a bit.
That's fine.
All right. But you have some rope?
There's that rope ladder in the chest.
Oh, okay. So you're going to remove the rope ladder and cut it up?
Because I have a climbing kit that I don't really want to mess up. So, yeah.
Okay. So, sure, you could probably just use one side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you still at least can have a pseudo ladder.
Yep.
Or at the very least, a knotted rope. Okay. So, sure, it takes a little bit of effort, but you cut that up, get a rope, and then Squee will truss him up using his vast knowledge of nautical ropes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna just check the work using.
Yes.
You said I could use what?
Well, I said you could make a combat check basically because it's just sort of some basic military knowledge, or if you had a survival or rope crafts, which I've already kind of looked in. You do not.
Okay, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, I rolled a 13, so that would be a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you look it over and you suspect you maybe could fix that up a little bit.
Okay, I will fix it up a little bit then.
Okay. So you tighten a couple of the knots that needed to be tightened.
Okay. And he's still out.
He's still out, but he is kind of like stirring a little bit.
Okay. Then I'm gonna rip off. Oh, I'm gonna take that captain's hat off of him.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it over the privy.
All right.
Wait, no, I'm gonna ask Squee first. Was this Captain Nbod's hat?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna put it over the privy.
But that is Zune.
That's why I yelled that at you. I figured that out.
I woke up and heard you.
I know, you did an excellent job, and I high-five him.
He sees you like try to high five him, and he's like, I don't know. He fails at it.
He didn't even roll.
A high five check.
Yeah. It was awkward, but he made it.
All right, fine.
We'll work on that. That'll be our thing, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so then I put the captain's hat over the privy because that's what I think of this dude. Okay.
What about the giant beard?
Now I'm going to leave that on him because it looks uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then I'm going to rip off another piece of this terrible outfit and I'm going to use it to gag him.
All right. You cut off one of his big puffy sleeves.
Yeah. Just here to humiliate this guy in addition to wounding him.
Once you pull the hat off, you see that he's actually bald and has a variety of like tattoos on his head. Yeah. It's like a shark tattoo on his head, and it's like you can see it's kind of covering a pretty jagged scar. He has a number of different scars. You can see, and he has that look of somebody who has spent years, if not decades, in the sun without a lot of great sunscreen.
Which is actually very dangerous.
It is, yeah.
Like you got to be careful.
Got to protect your skin.
You do, especially your scalp. Like, make sure that you wear a hat or yeah, that's a whole thing, man. Sorry. All right. Then once I feel like I'm just going to leave him for a little bit. And since we're awake, I'm like, all right, do I have any idea what time it is?
Sure. Because there's probably no clocks in the room, but you get a sense it's probably like 2 a.m.
Oh, that's the middle of the night. All right, well, I'm gonna just take a minute because I'm gonna go and I'm gonna investigate the wardrobe now.
Okay. By the time you get there and you open the wardrobe up, it is, other than the towels are kind of all knocked aside, it is just a wardrobe.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Hey, Squee, bring me that wand.
All right. He brings it over to you.
I tried pointing the wand at the wardrobe.
Okay. You are not sure how to use the wand right away.
Uh-huh.
You will need to make a spellcraft check to attune to it.
Okay, here I go.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 19. That's
Okay.
a 22.
That's fantastic.
Yay.
All right, so you fiddle with the wand, and you've seen people use these things and kind of concentrate on it, and yeah, you figure out, you think you know how to activate it now, and that's really lucky.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. I'm very pleased.
Okay, so yeah, so you can kind of concentrate on the wand, and the little tip begins to glow again.
And do I feel anything? Do I sense anything? Is it communing with me in my mind?
I think you already intuited what it does.
I thought maybe it had another purpose too, though, like opening a portal to wherever that was.
No, but it does tell you that the wardrobe is enchanted.
Oh.
So this is basically detecting magic or revealing magic.
Oh, cool. Okay. So we have a magic wardrobe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just like sweep the room then and see if there's anything else that lights up for me.
Okay. The chest, the big sea chest is enchanted.
Uh-oh. I just cut the rope out of it. That's bad. Okay.
And assuming that you point in the direction of the dagger.
Yes. Yeah.
You obviously know the dagger is enchanted.
Yes. What about that painting?
The painting is not.
Oh. Okay. Anything else in the room?
Well, not in this room. Do you
Okay.
check the bathroom?
Yes. I was doing this room and then I was going to go to the next room. Yes.
All
Then
right.
I go to the bathroom.
All right. The tub is enchanted.
The tub is enchanted.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else on what's his face that's enchanted? Like, does he have anything else magical on him? On Zune?
Oh, on him? He does not.
Okay. So I still have a mystery of the wardrobe and a mystery of the chest now. That's annoying. Okay. So I'm going to talk to Squee and I'm going to say, Squee, do you think you can watch Zune for a couple hours and let me know if he wakes up?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you. What do you want your title to be? I think you need a promotion. You can't be ship's goblin anymore.
Okay. I don't know. Can I be your first mate?
Yes. Okay.
All right. He will
I give you the watch, first mate Squee.
he will stiffen his shoulders or straighten up and get ready to watch over his nemesis.
Okay. Well, then Jeannie's going to go to sleep for a couple more hours. and then wake up and trade with Squee and let Squee get some sleep. And then when Jeannie gets up, then she's going to try and rouse the captain. Or not the captain.
Well,
what?
So Squee will wake you up because he'll start to rouse probably
okay.
like an hour. Yeah. So Squee will come in and gently shake you and Captain, he's waking up.
Excellent work, Squee. Okay. Did you want to get some shut eye, or do you want to be here for the interrogation?
Oh, I will be part of it.
All right. So, oh gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Okay. So
you guys are standing over him while he's in the tub.
Menacingly. Yes.
Squee offers to pour some water over his head.
Not just yet, Squee. Well, is he awake or no? Not really.
Yeah, he's coming to. Yeah. So,
all right, then yeah, go ahead.
All right. So
splash some water in his face. Not too much. We don't want to drown him.
He splashes some water in his face, and the guy opens his eyes, sputtering a little bit, and quickly checks his bonds and starts assessing his position here. He sees you, narrows his eyes, and then he looks over and sees the goblin. And then there's kind of a long pause and then some almost recognition. And he's like, "You're from the ship."
He's gagged.
Hey, ship.
You will not speak unless you are spoken to.
All right. He'll wrestle against his bonds again and probably says some foul language in his muffled state.
I'll poke him in his uncovered arm with my rapier, drawing blood.
Oh, oh dear.
Okay. I know why you're here and what you're looking for, so don't pretend otherwise.
All right. He will look at you with his beady eyes.
And I'm going to I'm going to remove your gag. I remove his gag.
All right. Kind of spits a little bit and looks at you. Who are you?
Do you know what happened to Nbod?
No. But what's it to you?
I poke him again.
Oh, stop that.
Why are you looking for the item?
What do you know about it?
I poke him again.
Oh, it doesn't belong to you.
It doesn't belong to you. I poke him again.
It's significant.
You need to be more precise.
Nbod, he stole it.
From? And I know the answer, so you might as well be truthful. I'm just testing you.
All right, he considers his situation here. He stole it from the Temple of Arash, but they had already stolen it from its proper owners. I aim to return it to them.
Ah, and who are its proper owners?
The Temple of Asp.
Okay, what do I know about the Temple of Asp?
Doubtful anything, but you could make a occultism check. If you had religions, which you don't, you could roll that with an edge.
Okay, so that is an 11 plus. Do I have anything? I don't know that I do.
Oh, yeah, you have no ranks in occultism, so you would be at -1 edge
Oh,
to your check too.
okay, well, let me roll. Nope, so I got a 19 and 11, so it's a 13.
Yeah, you don't know. It's definitely not one of the major religions.
Okay. So the Temple of Asp,
Yes.
like ASP.
Yes.
And why would you return it?
It is a special object of power to them.
And are you an adherent?
I am.
And where are they located?
You don't need to know that.
I poke him.
He does his best to steel himself against that. You're opening up tiny little.
Yeah, I am. Well, why not? Maybe I'm interested in becoming a member.
He'll kind of leer at you a little bit. Somehow, I doubt that. Although you have an edge to you.
I poke him again.
Stop that.
Well, where is it?
I'm not going to tell you that.
How do I work the wardrobe?
You have to know the magic word, I guess.
Okay, what's the magic word?
I don't know.
Then how'd you get here?
It opens on its own from time to time.
That doesn't make any sense.
Whoever Nbod hired to make these things didn't do a great job.
Well, I would disagree with that. So where did you enter from?
I'd be happy to show you.
Nope, you will tell me. And I poke him again.
All right. Go ahead and give me a influence check. I would say, well, you don't have intimidation, but
I don't, but I will someday.
someday.
That's a 20.
Okay.
I'm working on my intimidation skill like right now.
Yeah, I can see. Okay. He's not enjoying the poking, but you haven't broken his spirit yet.
I'm afraid if you don't prove useful, I'll have to do something else with you.
Yeah, and what's that?
I haven't exactly decided yet, but and I'll look meaningfully at Squee. There are options.
Squee will grin, a toothy grin. His smile is just a little bit jagged. And you see him draw his dagger out and kind of look unnervingly eager. Squee owes you more than one kick. What do you want?
I just want some answers.
Why? What's your part in this?
It doesn't matter.
I just need the dagger.
And I just need some answers. I'll make my eyes very wide and innocent looking and blink at him.
Then ask me something, I'll answer.
I poke him.
Oh. Okay. You didn't ask him anything yet, so.
I've asked him many things. Where did you enter the wardrobe from?
A bar.
What bar?
The Kipper.
And where is the Kipper? Is it located in this town?
Yes.
Okay. And is there another wardrobe that you entered from, or what?
No, it just opens into a changing room. It's Nbod's old place. There's a bathhouse beneath it.
I suppose that's restricted to men.
It's not really open for business right now.
Oh, okay. I don't suppose I've come across the Kipper as I've been wandering the city.
It is unlikely, but we could make a check to see if you have.
Okay, yeah, let's do that, because I don't want to try and ask him again, but I mean, I will if I have to.
Sure. So you don't have any regional knowledge for Kingsbridge yet, but you could just make a general knowledge check to see if it's just something you've heard of. It's pretty obscure.
19.
No, but there are just who knows how many dozens and dozens of little dive bars and things all over the place.
So what street is the Kipper on? Okay,
so actually,
okay,
I don't have that handy.
all right. Narrow down the location of the Kipper for me.
He will give you a couple landmarks. And
Okay.
You sense that it's not terribly far from here. It's on the east side of the city, east of the wall on the hillside.
Okay.
And I will say with your 19, he's vaguely describing the seedier side of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gathering this is just like a dive bar on the seedy side of town that Nbod apparently had owned.
And you really don't know what happened to Nbod?
He just disappeared once he got the dagger.
So, what do you know about what do you know about Moon Isle?
Give me a sense emotions on that, a perception check.
Sense emotions?
Yeah. You just roll perception's top right.
Oh, it's perception. Oh, I do
Yeah.
have that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so you get to roll with a bonus edge.
Cool. Okay, so that's a 13 plus 8, so.
Nice. Yeah, okay, great. He attempted to mask his surprise, but you picked up on it. That you knew or had heard of Moon Isle. What do you know about it? I spent way too long at that wretched place. It cost me 3 years of my life, thanks to Nbod's ineptitude at navigating.
What does that mean?
He drove us onto the rocks there. It's how we lost the grindstaff, and half the crew at least.
Yes, but he wanted to return. So where is it?
Far from here. It's in the North Sea, near the Summer Isles.
And you're not seeking to return?
I never want to set foot on that place again, no matter how much booty's in that hold.
Well, all right. Tell me more about this Temple of the Asp.
What about it? It's the one true god of the sea.
Wait. What does an asp have to do with the sea? That's makes no logical connection at all.
She is a great and mighty sea serpent. She roams the sea, delivering vengeance on the deserving.
Okay, so what's with the dagger then?
It's a holy relic, created by her. It was stolen by a rival temple. I am to return it, now gain great standing.
So what were you do hanging around with Nbod?
I served as his first mate for years.
Well, okay, yeah, I know that. But if you were all into this temple, then why hang out with a non-believer?
I'm new to the faith.
Oh, I see.
After we were rescued and I made it here, I told him I would never sell with him again.
Mm.
But alas, he talked me into it, so foolishly, once he got a new ship, I thought maybe I could use it to, I don't know. It was a mistake. Then once he disappeared, that was my last straw.
What does that mean, your last straw?
He just vanished on us, abandoned the crew, abandoned the ship. He was obsessed with finding this dagger so he could go back to that island.
Is there an actual kraken there?
Oh, yes.
Will the dagger actually kill the kraken?
Maybe. He thought so.
So how would I link up with the temple? I mean, I could just return the dagger. Easy peasy, it's all done. Problem solved.
Why?
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
It's what I want for me.
For the dagger to be returned. I'm saying I could just do it. If you just tell me where.
I can't do that.
Why not?
It operates in a degree of secrecy. Can't just tell you.
Why does it operate in secrecy?
I've said too much. Give me the dagger and I'll go.
Nope. What can I hit him over the head with so he goes back to sleep? I look around.
There's a stool. You grab the stool there and clobber him with it.
Do I really think that would do the trick?
Hitting him, upside the head repeatedly until he goes unconscious? Sure.
Well, I wanted it just to be one good blow. I didn't want to have to hit him repeatedly, but I guess if I have to hit him repeatedly, I will. Well, okay. You know what? For right now, if you're not going to be any more help, because you can't tell me how to open the dresser portal. Do you know anything about the chest?
I know he uses it to get there.
To get where?
To that island.
The chest goes to the island? How?
He was the only one that knew how they worked.
Do you know who made this stuff?
I do not. All I know is he spent the last of his money on it.
So he could actually just be at the island right now.
It's possible.
I mean, he could be dead on the island.
That's not my problem anymore. I know the dagger's here. He wouldn't have gone to the island on his own without it.
All right. Well, I think that it's time for a nap. What do you say?
He will just look at his situation. Oh, I'm so comfortable, sweetheart.
Okay. Then I will beat him over the head till he falls asleep.
So he watch you walk over and grab the stool and then looking at you like you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. And then you just you hit him. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sorry.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. So he is tied up.
It's a 12, so it's not great.
Well, I'm actually thinking that he's actually technically helpless. So you would probably have 2 bonus edge to that attack.
Oh, okay.
He does his best to turn
Squirm
his head
away.
Squirm and turn away from the blow.
So then it's also my high is a 13. I did not roll great.
Okay.
I rolled not even not great. I rolled poorly. My high on the die is a 10. I got a 4, a 9, and a 10 on 3 die.
Okay. Well, he can't actually dodge you. So his no, that actually hits. That's fine.
Oh, good.
So you smack him in the head you're just doing a melee attack I was assuming that's going to be D4. So D4 plus your strength or
which is a -1.
Okay. All right. So you hit him roll a D4 on that.
That's a 2 on the die.
Okay. All right. He yells in pain as you clobber him for 2 points of damage. It turns out you're going to have to hit him again.
Oh, there we go. That's an 18 to hit.
Okay.
This time it wasn't hard enough to do any damage. Because it's a 1 minus 1. This is going to be super fun. Hey, here we go again. Oh,
Okay.
that's an 11 to hit him.
All right. That hits. So
Oh, again, no damage because I rolled a 1.
this is so awful. This is so. And this is. I'm imagining this as an actual scene.
I know.
Where you're just like
Bump.
using the stool to. You will sleep.
And there's another 1. Wow, this is horrifying. Oh, this is not going great. Okay, sorry. You know what? If you just stop struggling, this would go. There's another. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna switch my D4 because that is not working out.
Okay,
at all.
we're gonna stop there.
Oh, okay.
It is. Squee is watching gleefully as you are just like beating him up and down the face. Until eventually you land a blow hard enough to render him unconscious again. Yeah, that I feel like we're gonna have to have content ratings now.
Oh gosh. It's like what was his name on 24? Remember that show 24?
I remember it was a show. I don't think I ever watched it.
Oh, and he was just like straight up tortured people on it. I feel like I'm that character. Gosh, what was the?
Wasn't that Kiefer Sutherland?
Yes, it was, but I don't remember the character that he played.
Oh, I don't know. But like the premise was like every show episode was like an hour or something.
Yeah, and it like had a countdown, and yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like an interesting conceit, but it was one of those where it just didn't fit into whatever watching time I had. And okay, so this guy's unconscious, blood trickling down into the bottom of the tub.
Yeah.
And so then what is your plan?
Well, that was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Oh well. And I'm taking off his armor.
Okay.
I take off his armor.
Okay. So Squeak can help you because you'll have to untie him, wriggle off the coat, whatever else you're going to take off, and then retie him back up.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he's just basically a dead weight in the tub, and it's awkward and a little bloody and messy, but you get it done.
Okay. All right. And then then I will go and I will wrap the armor up and stow it. And then I'm going to make sure that I keep the bag on me that has the magic dagger and the wand in it on me at all times now.
All right.
So I'm not going to leave that sitting out anymore. I'm going to put on all my armor and I'm going to spend a while examining the chest to see if I could figure out anything with it because, wow, that really seems like quite a hopeless scenario.
Well, what do you mean by that? Because you thoroughly examined the chest.
Yeah.
There's nothing mechanical to it.
Right. But I'm gonna do spellcraft on it.
Okay. So with the wand, it's magical, but all the reveal magic wand tells you is that. Yeah.
Right.
We didn't really get into the specifics of the spell, but it's like one of those where you can concentrate and then it will actually progressively help you specifically reveal a magic item. Like it does a wide area and narrow area and then helps you find something.
Okay.
So spellcraft basically allows you to attune to a magic item if it's attunable.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell you what. Go ahead and make a spellcraft check on it. We'll see that and can combine with the reveal magic to see what you can come up with.
That is a 16.
You don't come up with anything, but I'm going to give you this. You suspect at that point, because you don't think it's something you can attune to. It's not like a magical item. It's definitely not something you can carry around. And you're pretty clever. So your guess is that it's probably command activated.
So I have to know a word again.
Yeah. And you don't have the means to do that magically Now, I don't know if Jeannie would be able to parse. Like, there are spells. Like, there's a spell called Reveal Command Words, which is a 3rd level spell. You don't have access to that. So.
Okay. And I'm guessing it's not something that he would have written down anywhere.
I mean, you've looked through a lot of his stuff.
All right. I'm going to tell Squee that I'm going to go and investigate this other building that he owned.
Okay.
But I need him to stay here and make sure that this guy doesn't wake up.
Is that safe?
What do you mean?
What if there's more of these, bad men there?
I'll be okay. It's just important we don't let this bad man get away.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay.
I'll keep watch.
I will awkwardly salute.
He will awkwardly salute you back.
Okay.
And pulls up the slightly cracked and bloodied stool next to Zune to resume his watch.
Okay.
And you prepare for war. And slip out into the night?
Yeah.
Awesome. Then we're going to stop there.
Okay.
That was a thing you did.
It is indeed. That is a thing I did. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. You know what? Whenever you read these and plan these, you just never know how things are going to twist and turn. But yeah, this was not a twist or turn I thought about. So great.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, we'll continue on with this adventure. This might take you a bit, but I feel like, yeah, you're making great progress.
Oh, good, because I don't really feel like I am. But thank you. Okay.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show and want more, please leave us a rating and review on whichever platform you use. And of course, feel free to share us on social media. We'll be back next week with more adventures in the World of Tellus. To tide you over, you can read more about the cast, characters, and the World of Tellus at AdventuresEdgeRPG.com.